Hello students, in this class I am going to discuss about introduction of compiler, which covers the definition of compiler, why CSE students should know about compiler and importance of compiler. First of all, compiler is a software that can take input as high level language like C, Java, Python and convert it into machine language like zeros and ones. C, Java, Python programs are called high-level language program and zeros and ones, that is machine understandable language, is called low-level language program. The basic question is why we are converting high-level language into low-level language. Because our computer only knows the machine code. It means our processor only executes zeros and ones. Our processor does not know about C, Java, Python, or any other programming languages. Before understanding this concept, you should know how a simple instruction is executed inside the compiler. Consider this line C equal to A plus B. Here, two variable values are added and the result is stored into the another variable. The variables A and B are resides in the main memory. Main memory or RAM consists sequence of memory locations. Each locations have unique value called address. Let us assume variable A value is 15 and is stored into the 1000th location, and variable B value is 10 and it is stored into the 2000th location. When we try to add these two numbers, first these values moved into the processor. Processor contains three important parts. One is control unit, another one is arithmetic and logic unit, third one is registers. There are two types of registers. One is general purpose register, another one is special purpose registers. These two values are moved into the general purpose registers R1 and R2 and added by the arithmetic and logic unit. Then the result is stored any one of this general purpose register. Then this value is moved into the 300th location, that is variable C. Now you understand how a simple program run inside the computer. The main thing you want to know is even though a simple operation you performed like addition of two numbers, the processor executes it so many steps. Even though this is a single line in a high level language program, processor can do four operations inside it. That's why we need intermediate code. Intermediate code contains only one operation. Our processor do only one operation at particular instance. So the single high level language code can be splitted into four lines of intermediate code and then converted into the machine code. You should know another important concept is instruction set architecture. The instruction set architecture is nothing but a collection of instructions supported by the processor that can be created by the manufacturer of the processor. Each binary number specifies the particular operation. Once the processor read the value and understand what action going to do, then the control unit inside the processor will generate control signals to achieve this operation. I hope you got more idea about this question, why we are need to convert high level language into machine level language. The answer is simple. We know only high level language, processor know only low level language. One more interesting concept you should know is creating new language. Like C, Java languages, we are going to create new programming language. It will give clear idea about the importance of the compiler. The first step is creating alphabets. What are the supporting characters for our new language? That may be small case letter A to Z, capital letter capital A to Z, 0 to 9 and some special characters. Second step is create a supporting keywords like int, float, exit, etc. Third step is create a rules for writing statements. For example, addition of two numbers looks like this. In C language, scanf is a input statement. For input operation, I can use input as a keyword. In C language, printf is a output statement. I can use output as a keyword for output statement. Like this, I use basic words for simple understanding purpose for writing the program easily. So the input and output operations performed in a C language look like this. The same input and output statements in our new language look like this. So the C program can be modified into our new language look like this. The new program has been created much simpler compared to our old C language. Fix some name for our new language, say D language. We can type this program in a notepad and store it as add.d. So within a minute, we can create a new language and new program for created language. Now the program is ready, but how can we run this program? Our processor only execute this, but our processor does not know the meaning for these statements. So we should convert these high-level statements into low-level language statements. So first we study about ISA. ISA is nothing but a collection of instructions supported by the processor. We should identify the suitable machine code for our new programming statements and convert it into low-level language code. Every time we cannot do this conversion manually, so we need a software that can be convert our high-level language code into machine code. This software is called compiler. So the another conclusion is anyone can create a new language with less amount of time, and we can easy to write program based on the rules we set. But the main problem is converting that program into machine code. Then only our computer run the program. The compilation operation contains following 6 steps. First one is split the words. Our entire program is segregated into single words. Check that words can be exist in our language keyword set or not. Then check the combination of the words can follow the syntax rule for our new programming language. If any errors found, the compilation process is stopped. If no errors, then create the intermediate code. Then the intermediate code is converted into appropriate machine code. So these are the 6 important steps followed to create a compiler program. For achieving the above steps, we need already existing high-level language program. Then only we can write a program that can be accept our new language statements and convert it to a machine code. We can choose C programming language to write the new compiler program. So for creating a compiler program, we need a already existing high-level language program. In other words, whatever we create in new programming languages that are not fulfilled until suitable compiler program is created. So once the compiler program is created, then only we can say that we are creating a new programming language. Now you understand, creating a new language can take only few hours or less amount of time. But creating a compiler is somewhat difficult. It can take more time. Compiler programmer not only know the instruction set architecture but also know the computer architecture where the program is executed. They should know the maximum RAM capacity, registers present in the processor, and overall system specification. Now, I want to ask one question to you. A new created programming language needs another existing program to run. Then, what is the first programming language in the world? If you say X is the first programming language, then it needs compiler that is already developed by the another programming language Y. Then X is not a first programming language. If Y is the first programming language, then it needs the compiler software that can be already created by the another programming language, say Z. Then Y is not a first programming language. So, which comes first? I expect your answers in comment box. Let us see some programming languages and their compilers. The compilers of C and C++ languages are Turbo C and GCC. JDK is the Java compiler. Visual Studio .NET is the .NET Programming Languages compiler, and different versions of Python compilers are available. Next, we discuss why CSG students should study about compilers. These are the various versions of Java from 1996. The initial version is started from 1.0 and now it is JDK 19. In earlier Java version, the value can get from the keyboard are somewhat difficult. It is not a single statement like C or C++ programming language. But later, the new methods are created. That is, the Java API is improved. So, this simple statement can accept the value from the keyboard. This feature is not available in the older version of the Java. Like this, so many new features are created in every programming languages that are collectively prepared and new versions are released particular period of years. Now you understand why various versions of Java program is created. It still updating. This is .NET compiler version and this is Python compiler versions. I conclude this concept. Learning the existing programming languages is simple and creating a new language is somewhat difficult. Let us assume 1000 people are attending an interview. Around 990 people learned existing languages and ready to create application software. Only 10 people are ready to create compilers, that is creating system software. So the students to become a application programmer is a simple one. Most are focused for this, but to become a compiler programmer, it is somewhat difficult. So most people not focused for this. If you are a compiler programmer, then you are unique to others. You have a knowledge about different versions of programming languages and different computer architectures. If some application software not working properly at the client side, then these system software programmers easily identify the problem and provide the solution. Normally, application programmer cannot recognize such issues. So, every CSG student should know about the compiler concepts. In this session, I covered what is compiler, its need, why CSE student should know the compiler concepts. I am expecting your comments in the comment box.